just want you to know that I am the oldest, I am your little sister, and I have enjoyed every moment of our childhood and our lives together.
Well, Mother always told us that no matter what, that we had each other and we didn't have anybody else. Now we know what Mother meant, don't we?
We truly do.
I had so much fun. Even though you were my older sister, you led me always in a good direction. Sometimes not, but we always had a good time.
That's true.
And I'm
That's
so
true.
glad that we still get along at the age we are and that everything's so great with us and our business and everything we went through all our lives just turned out to be awesome.
Yeah, you know, you remember growing up with our grandmother always making our clothes for us, and you always got the pink and I always got the blue. I never figured out why, but we did, you know. But it was cool because everybody knew we were sisters. Even as we grew up, everybody'd say, oh, you're Mitzi's little sister, or you're Denise's sister, right? You know, they recognized us and knew us, and we just really had a wonderful childhood growing up.
I know, I'm very blessed.
Me too.
We were born in, not actually Haywood County, but Buncombe, and then we came back over into Haywood County, and our mother and dad and grandpa and grandma, everybody stick-built the home that we grew up in. We had another brother who was adopted into our family but lived with us all our lives. And we have
And he's our brother.
He is our brother. Then we had another brother that came in the picture later on, and we grew to love him, and he grew to love us. Granny Taylor always came and got all the grandkids in the back of Papa's pickup truck and took us to church. You remember singing at church?
Yes, yes, there would be 7 grandchildren in the back of the truck. She had a camper top on for us, but you know, she would take us to church, and that's where we got our raisins from our family. You know,
Sunday meals.
Always at Granny's.
Every Sunday we had meals at Granny Taylor's. She said, no matter what, we're going to keep this family together. Wade in, it's not deep, but help yourself.
And it'd always be a huge meal. We enjoyed it, and our cousins would be there. We're very friendly, family-oriented, loving, caring people. I think that's the biggest thing. We try to help everybody. We have big hearts. They get broken quite a bit, but we keep trying. And that's the whole thing about life, is you take care of people so they take care of you. You pay it forward, don't you?
I think our parents' love is shows in us every day.
I think so too.
I remember when I got pregnant with my sweet Holly, and then you got pregnant. And I think that was one of the most special times in our lives. We got to be mothers together. We just kind of was mothers to both children, and now both children are like brothers and sisters, even though they're cousins. Don't you think Patrick loves Holly the same way we love each other?
Yeah, and it's great because in a family like this, we always end up taking care of each other. You never have to worry. We're there for each other, and we always will be. That's the biggest thing.
That's the biggest part, that as being your friend and your sister, that I love the most about us, is whether we're good, bad, ugly, whatever, we're always there for each other. We grew up together, and we grew up as women together when we had our children. And now we're going to grow into great grandmothers.
Yes, and as we go, they keep having babies for us, and we get to experience the grandchildren, but the best part is we're together experiencing it. We have the salon together. We take care of the people. Everybody knows we're sisters, and if they don't, they figure it out real quick, you know. But we just really, you know, it's about the family thing. We help people, and we want them to help people too.
You know, if they've been in a bad situation, you can guarantee that one of us or our family member has been where they're at, and we don't forget what was done for us during those hard times, and we try to pay back the favor, pay it forward. And through this business, we're able to do it, aren't we?
We sure are. We're very lucky in that. You remember, like when we were teenagers and things like that, you would talk about these guys, and I'd say, oh no, you can't be with him. No, I said, Randy would kill us both and everything like that. And you were really the goody-goody two-shoe of the family. You were. I was a little bit more on the experimental side, I will say. And I was in the disco. Yes, we had that disco wig. Oh, the ball and all, honey. And then there I sat, and there walks my little sister in there. I know she's 16, but she's in the bar.
Well, that just goes back to show you and Randy
Really and truly, you were my mentors for life. You were the people I looked up to. Didn't matter if you did good or bad. I just wanted to be there with you and do it too.
Yeah. And I remember the time that Daddy got so mad at us because we had a party when they were gone on vacation. He kicked us out of the house. Oh, yes, he did. And then we finally, we found us a place to go, and he decided he didn't want us to leave.
After it was reality, he didn't want us to go.
Yeah, it was one of those things, but Lord have mercy, he sure didn't want to ever do that again.
I think he planned that. I think he planned to come home and he knew when to get there to catch us and everything. So Daddy knows more than Daddy ever thought he knew.
That's true. And there were so many times that we'd be at ball games and stuff, and I would just watch over and make sure you were okay and stuff. I was the big sister. I had to take care of my little sister, So that's what I did. And I think I still do a lot of it now, but she does take care of me a lot now too. You do, and it really makes a big difference.
I remember playing ponytail softball. They called you Tiger because you hit all the home runs. They called me Wendy because all I did was talk.
Guess you were the best time catcher though, Whit.
I never figured it out till the end what Wendy meant.
But it was good. It was good. You got them to swing. That's
Good
what
times.
counted, wasn't it? That's it, man. But it was so funny. And then I remember all the times that you would have your little glove on, you'd catch that ball and somehow break a finger. I could never figure that one out. And then you got to play on the teams because I always on the team. Mom said, well, if one's going, two's going. So they had to put you on the team too. And then it was just interesting.
It was awful. It was awful.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have been a softball person, but it was fun at the time.
I was a hairdresser then. We have to admit it was awful softball.
Yeah, I do remember you started cutting hair. How old were you when you started cutting our hair?
7th grade, Mother was cutting Randy's in the kitchen, and he said, "You quit, Denise could do better than that." So I started cutting hair in 7th grade by 10 family members. And if they didn't like it, I would stop mid-haircut and tell them to like it, fix it yourself.
And of course, they weren't paying for it.
But you remember when we decided to go to beauty school together. You remember what
Yes.
Daddy said to us? What did he say?
He said, you'll never make it.
I give you a month.
I give you a month. That's what he
Before we
said.
quit. And then what happened, Daddy had to call and make appointments to get in. So
Yes.
yes, we showed Daddy, God bless your heart, Daddy.
That's it, buddies. And then, even though all that was going on and everything, Mom had her, twice a week appointment. Aunt Mildred came and everybody else is coming. We still had plenty of time for us to do things with the kids and everything. It's so much fun watching them grow up because you get to do the things you wanted to do when you were a child.
Do you remember when we took the kids to Gatlinburg rather Pigeon Forge, and they were on that racetrack?
Oh,
They got
yes.
the red light, the green light, the yellow light, red go, stop, green go, yellow caution. So he's wanting them to stop. What they do?
They kept going.
They kept them
The
down.
man had to dive off to the side because they were
We
running
didn't do
over him.
anything. We were just about to
We
hear
were
parents.
we laughed. It was unreal because them youngins were just having a good time waving and going on.
They weren't gonna stop, were they?
No, that poor boy just dove away. It was fun. And when you took those two together, you never knew what was going to happen because they truly were like brother and sister. And Patrick always said that was his Holly. So he always loved his little Holly.
Well, we did pass that on to them.
Yes, we did. They do have the family thing. They take care of each other. They watch over each other.
Yes.
And they still talk a lot. Even Kurt, our brother's boy. Patrick and Kurt have all these nice talks. They go for walks in the evening and talk for hours at a time and things. I wonder what they talk about, but I don't want to know.
We don't want to know.
No, sometimes it's better just not to know these things.
But we had the best fun, didn't we?
We did.
Even though we were mean, we still had fun. Daddy always caught us, so we were fun.
Yeah, I remember the kids were growing up. I'd always have junk food Friday, so everybody wanted to come to my house on Friday evening. I'd take them to the store. Everybody got to get a king-size bag of candy, whatever they wanted. And that's what we did. I'd throw them in the living room floor with pizza and their bag of candy, and everything was great.
Whether I liked it or not.
Yeah, that's right. Wow. I can't believe that we've been together in our business for 14 years. We've done hair for 26. and we're still there. We're not dead, we're not crippled, and we're still cutting hair. We have some of the same clients we always had. I think it's a lot because you seem to be very ambitious with your work. You're very conscious of what you do with your clients. You know, we talk to them, we discuss things with them, and you're fun. We have such a good time at work. Most of the time, everybody in there is just laughing their buns off, you know, because they enjoy coming somewhere where there is a positive, fun atmosphere. And we try to do that, but most of the time it comes natural, and we can't help it.
If I could sum you up, I'd say you're very goal-driven, very OCD in a good way. You want everything perfect in presentation.
I am picky.
And the heart as big as Texas. I think that's something a lot of people don't realize about you, is that you do have a great big heart.
I know sometimes I come across as very strong, and if someone asks me what I think about their hair, unfortunately, I'll tell them, you know, I'll say, are you sure you want to hear this? And then I'll tell them, but it's only in a good way, because I want them to understand what's going on with their hair.
Exactly.
So many of them sit down and just have no idea what they want.
Communication.
Communication is the key, isn't it?
Yes.
That's the reason why we always talk through everything.
You know, as we were growing up, me being the younger sibling of all three siblings, at most times I thought it was a disadvantage. But now that I can look back on, reflect on it, I know that you were my leader. You were my leader. You always made sure that nobody hurt me, nobody made fun of me. I always wanted to be where you were at, because you were the person that I wanted to be when I grew up. I always, at one point, I knew, I don't know how I knew, but I knew that there was nobody in my life that would love, protect me, and honor me the way that you do as my sister. And I think that's why we're friends, because we carry that philosophy from our childhood all the way through life. Every time I've gotten in trouble, she was the first to hear, not my parents. Sometimes you were the cause of the reason I got in trouble, teaching me how to get in trouble.
Oh, but you needed the education.
I did. Now that we're grown women, I've got, looking back on everything that you and I have done together, that was led by you mostly, what a great life we had together. Thank you for being my inspiration, my role model, and my best friend.
Oh, you're welcome. But Lord knows, what would I have done without a little sister? I wouldn't have anybody to pick on. There was nobody younger than me if you weren't there. You know, when we got into our fusses and things at home, we worked it out somehow, but you were always there. You have been such an inspiration. You went back to school and everything to get your teacher's license. I mean, it's just been a wonderful life. I can't say enough about it. You've done great. You've come forward. You've grown up in such a way. I mean, I might have abused you a little. I do remember the time that me and you got in some trouble. We went out somewhere the night before we were supposed to go to the beach, Mom and Dad. But we made it through that night too, and everything. It's just, sometimes people don't have a sister that they can do this with. And we're just blessed that we do.
That was the other thing. You never told on me. You never told our parents if I did something wrong, and I never told if you did something wrong, because we knew the consequences and we didn't want it for either one of us.
That's
so together
exactly
we stood
right.
and we lied every time. If we lied, it was a together lie, pinky swear.
There you go.
Cut your pinky off if you tell anybody.
We did, but we made it through it.
Absolutely.
We've made it through it, you know. We've turned out, I think, all right, and everything. So hopefully everything will keep going just rosy the rest of our lives. I don't see a reason why it should.
No, I think maybe now as we're getting older, you might should start taking after me. Cheers.
We know that we've always been competitive with each other. You're like the one who was always dressed to kill, so I had to get dressed to kill. Or if we had one boyfriend, the other one had to get the better boyfriend and everything like that. But in life, we were always like, if you were the yin, I was the yang. If you had a bad day, I could pick you up. If I had the bad day, you could pick me up. We've always been like that for each other.
I think the difference between you and I is that you're a lot stronger heart-wise than I am. I wear my heart on my shoulder all the time, so I can get it hurt a lot. You taught me to be stronger than that, and I strive for that every day. Another difference between us is I crave people, I guess, more than like personal people, like men, more than you do. You've always been able to make it on your own, and I want somebody there to help me. And you've always been that person to help me when nobody else was there.
That's what sisters are for.
But I agree, the difference is when you've got a bad day, it seems to be my best day. When I've got a bad day, it seems to be your best day. So that's where the two differences come in. Your personality and my personality is what makes us tick and make us work. Not only as sisters, but as great friends.
That's true.
Honestly, we had it good as children.
We did. You know, as we were growing up and everything, you've been an amazing sister. I know I have felt like I've always had to protect you and make over and make sure everything went all right for you and everything, but I don't feel that way now. We've grown up, we've become women, you've become the woman that you are, and I'm so very proud of you. You're a wonderful person, and I don't have to worry no more. You know, we both share the same goals, it seems like, and we're on the same page, and you're really excelling in your life right now. And that's so wonderful to see. If you can't be proud of your sister, who can you be proud of?
So all my life I looked up to you as my leader. And my warrior, you were to take care of me, worry about all my stuff. But today I want to say to you that there's been some situations in life that I wanted to take care of you. I wanted to be your protector, and I wanted to be the person that stood up for you. But now that I look at you and I see you today in everything that's going on in your life, I'm so proud of everything that you've done, the way you've stood up for yourself, the way you protected yourself, the way you protected me, and the way I protected you. Thank you so much for helping me to grow to be this woman that I am today. Thank you.